So I go to work, do my routine, driving around, doing packages and picking up, drop off, whatever. And end of the day, I go by, and sure enough, he's right there. I pick him up, take him to my house, my apartment, and I give him a change of clothes. I throw away I throw away his clothes and burn them. I let him shower. I didn't have no food, honestly. I'm not. I wasn't doing too well, but I was on barely. But whatever I did have, I let him eat. Um, I didn't have much money, but well, that night, yeah, I did all that, and he slept. And in the morning, before I left, I told him, "There's a stranger now, a fucker off the street, okay, a fucking dude. I mean, the guy who, when I first saw, I told myself, fuck, he's white, he's Beverly Hills, but here he is in my fucking apartment, and you know, I'm just being me now. I mean, I don't even question anything. I'm not. I don't. I don't. I'm not scared of losing anything. I'm not scared of. Well, I'll tell you why. Because I let him stay. I told him, all right, you can stay here. You can sleep. Whatever. Let's get you together. I'm going to go to work, and I'll be back when I get off work. And mind you, I do have a roommate, so I kind of disregarded his things. But what I did do is I told my roommate, because he got mad. I told him this: if anything is stolen, I will replace it. I am. That is my promise. That is my word. That's the best I can do, because I'm going to do what I do. And if I feel spiritually, if I feel like I'm going to help this dude, I'm going to fucking help this dude. And no one's going to change that, you know? So at the same time, I know I'm risking losing whatever I have, if he wishes to steal it, which, again, I don't care. I'm not tied to materialistic things. I don't value things over life, and this is my test. So I go to work, and sure enough, I come home. Well, I give him $5, and so I go to work. I come back, and everything's fine. Everything's, he's there, and so it continues. It continues for days, and so again, I don't care. I'm not worried about losing anything. That's not even, like, And so anyhow, he says, you know what? I'm expecting some money. Uh, if I get when I get this money, if I give you some money for rent, can I stay for a month? I said, perfect. Perfect, because shit, I don't have money. I'm actually going to be late this month on the rent. I'm not unable to get the extra. And I was like, great, this covers me. This helps me a lot. So, anyways, a week goes by. He gets his money. I drop him off so he can pick up the money. I get off of work. I go pick him up. It's the last that I see of him. I don't see him again. He's gone. Okay? Which, again, I'm not hating. I'm not nothing. Nothing. It's just he's not there. He's not there. Continue on my journey and go home. I get home, but along the way home, I'm realizing, shit, dude, that was my money for my rent. Now I don't have my part of the rent, dude. What now? What do I do? Well, I don't worry. I choose not to worry at this point. I think I'm starting to apply that, not to worry. All right, it is what it is, and now I guess the end of the month is inching up, inching closer and closer, and it's not like 2 days before the end of the month. It's literally 2 days before the end of the month. I don't have the rent. All right, so um, a friend calls me, a chick I had hooked up with before. She calls me out of the blue, and she goes, "Oh, I'm going to Vegas. You want to go with me?" She invites me. I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." Well, I go, but I don't have no money. She goes, "Oh, I got it. I got you covered." All right, fuck it. I don't have no money, but hey, free ride to Vegas. All right, fuck it. So I just got to drive my car. I'm fine with that. So we get to Vegas, and um, she gives me some money to, after when we check in, go to the room. She goes, "Hey, let's get us a movie." So I go down, and At this point, I'm playing as a spiritualist. I'm beginning this spiritual journey on purpose. So I'm playing with it. At this point, I'm really just kind of playing with it because I don't know how it works, and so the power of the mind and stuff. So I go down and uh, I decided to play a game. I said, let me check the slots and see what I find. And sure enough, I find four nickels in four different slots. And then I put each one in a different machine, and each one gave me some change, or not change, but winnings. So by the time I did the fourth coin, I just put all the coins in my hand at once, and I looked at them, and I looked at it. I said, by the time I leave Vegas, I'm gonna have a lot of money. I said that, right? So, all right. The next morning, we go to meet with the girl's grandma. She was at another casino celebrating her birthday, whatever. And when we meet with her, she had just won jackpot. And she already had a check from earlier, from just earlier, a few $1,000 check she won previous from another machine. So anyway, she had just won again, and she goes ahead and actually gives me and her $50, two $25 coins, and I broke mine into $5 coins, and then I start playing. Sure enough, after a few coins, I hit. I'm like, what the? And this keeps going. I'm like, choking right there. I'm like, how much is it? Just waiting, to, like, what? Sure enough, I win $500. I'm like, my mouth drops. I am just like mesmerized by it's my rent. So I'm excited, but I'm feeling it. You know what? I'm walking around and I see the dollar slot, that big old jumbo size one. I go, I hit that $1, 125. I'm like, what the hell? What? I put another dollar in. Boom. What? Another 125. I'm like, dude, I'm losing my mind. I'm like, I got food too. I got groceries. I'm like, man. So it was an amazing, amazing night. And by the time I get back, I realized what happened. I fulfilled my promise. And so this is just an example. It's just a cool little story I want to share with you because it's if you believe in a higher in a greater consciousness, higher self, God, Father, Creator, it's there. If you wish not to, that's fine. It's not there. Get me? But the journey can be so much more enjoyable, so much more amazing if you open your mind. So I'm sharing this story to have fun with, to share a fun story because it was fun. It was amazing, you know. And so I started to understand how this works when with experiences like this. And sure enough, I got more stories. But this is one of the first amazing stories in my life, in my journey, And so to a higher consciousness. And so anyhow, that's it for now, I think. Hope you enjoyed the story. Nishika Guru, have a good night. As for me, I'll still be up. I don't feel like going to sleep. All right, later.